just kept going and going and like ranting, and I think people thought that I was just crazy and super sensitive. But what people don't know is that like I was really going through like a real mental, like I was mentally going crazy. Like I was just sad. Like it's like every single day I was crying.
So in filing the lawsuit, what was your goal? Was your goal to make it stop? What was your goal?
My goal was to make it stop. My goal was to make it stop. And my goal was because everybody for such a long time believed these lies. And I have addressed it so many times. And every single time that I addressed it, people was like, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying. And it's like, until you go to court and the truth is revealed in court, you will never be free. You will never have a peace of mind because people will like bring it up and call you a liar and say that you have these things, say that you did these things. It will just go over and over again until you have, like, it's like you literally have to prove it in court that it's not true.
Hey, I'm Nikki Gilbert Daniels, writer, performer, producer, and advocate for women and girls in underserved communities. I'm most passionate about supporting women and girls of color because I believe that they deserve an equal opportunity, a purpose-driven and an empowered life, both personally and professionally. That's why I created my nonprofit organization, FromTheBottomUpFoundation.org, and initiatives like WIRF Media, which is an acronym for Women in Reality, Film, TV, and Media. WIRF aims to change the toxic, negative, destructive stereotypes and narratives that women of color face in the media. We believe that a national infrastructure that provides female content creators with platforms, resources, and opportunities to not just create, but to own and distribute content that not only entertains, but also uplifts, inspires, and empowers all women. Research has shown that the inclusion of women in media is essential to addressing racial and gender biases and inequities in employment, salaries, and most importantly, influence. My primary mission as an advocate is to improve the access that women and girls have to the tools, the resources, and the opportunities, the information that they need to thrive. We believe that the key to success begins with learning how to own your own intellectual properties, your stories, your songs, your creative ideas, the things that you come up with. These things have often been denied to us through various ways, such as gender pay gaps, racial and gender discrimination, misogyny, and flat-out theft of our ideas, our creative intellectual properties. Owning our own content or intellectual properties is the key to helping provide our communities with generational wealth and generational wellness. According to the Journal of Gender, Social Policy and Law, while individual Black artists have without question benefited from the intellectual property system, the economic effects of IP deprivation on the Black community have been devastating. Intellectual property today is perhaps the preeminent business asset, and analysts recognize that Blacks and other minorities in a market economy cannot participate as equals unless they too can deploy the private power generated by ownership and control of those substantial assets. Our community deserves the opportunity to participate as equals, and we don't deserve to have our preeminent business assets stolen or infringed upon. In an effort to bring awareness to issues impacting creatives and our ability to have meaningful participation in the properties that we create, I'm launching the Fight for WIRF campaign. In launching this campaign, I'm not just fighting for myself. I'm fighting for any and every creator who has or will have to deal with the debilitating, heartbreaking, infuriating reality of having someone violate your creative, your intellectual, and your civil rights. My team and I thought long and hard before we decided to address this publicly, and while I will not comment on ongoing litigation, I wanted to share this campaign with my family, with my friends, with my supporters, with my business colleagues, in the spirit of transparency and clarity. As a 30-year veteran of the entertainment industry, I am clear that women of color are often viewed as difficult, emotional, or not tethered to reality. There have been numerous instances where I've had to keep my mouth shut and suck it up just for the sake of not losing my livelihood. There's no question about the contributions that African Americans have made to music, to film, to TV, to all media. We've long been undervalued. And contrary to the billions of dollars that we generate for large corporations for decades, this time I've decided to fight. I've decided to not only fight, but to document every step of the journey, good, bad, or indifferent, because I believe that this transparency is going to educate, it's going to inform, it's going to inspire future generations of content creators to protect yourself. To protect yourself and others from the pitfalls of this business. For me, this litigation is about advocating for the voiceless. It is about advocating for us because we deserve the right to protect the high value, preeminent business properties that we create. Those assets that we create for the benefit of not just ourselves, but our families and our communities and the overall wealth and wellness of underserved people. I would be remiss if I did not mention those of us in the industry who represent our community but do not spread the wealth and opportunities back into the community. If you are the only one in a room who represents your community, I challenge you. I challenge you to find ways to bring others who look like you into those rooms. We owe each other the loyalty and the honor of not being selfish, not being envious, not being a tool that is used to perpetuate the negative, damaging stereotypes in our community. Those depictions that degrade, devalue our gifts and our talents. It is time for our leaders in the industry and the media to step up. It's time for us all to take accountability for others who look like us. It's time for us to have equitable partnerships and opportunities to truly build legacy for our future generations. WIRF Media is positioning itself to be proactive versus reactive. At WIRF Media, we believe that content is both king and queen, and those who create it should be treated as such, and at the very least, treated as equals. We welcome all who believe in our mission to entertain, educate, inspire, and build generational wealth and wellness in our communities, and we're going to do it together with you using the most powerful tool in the universe, the media. Please subscribe to WIRFmedia.com now for more details and information on the pending litigation. And please subscribe to follow my personal journey to fight for WIRF. Thank you for listening. I need some Mael, y'all. Look at that. I was just gray right here, but now the whole patch. Hey, what's up? What's up? Y'all, look at this. This is wisdom. Y'all see that? I need some Mael Organics though in real life. That's wisdom. Ooh, that's so much wisdom. Look at all that wisdom. It's coming up and through there. Speaking of wisdom, how y'all doing? Hey, Robin Downs. Hi, Tony. I see you. What's up, baby? What's up, beautiful people? What's up, y'all? Oh, that's a compliment. He said, looking good. What up, Blue Fire? I see you, Soror. What it do, y'all? You know what I'm doing. Yeah, this gray it's attacking me now. It was just like right there, but now it's just kind of everywhere. But guess what, boo? The more you color it, the more you're going to have to color it. It's still coming. So what's going to happen is it's going to go from like right here to like, right, it's, you know. There go my sister. I see you, sister. I love you. I love you. Yeah, this is wisdom. I ain't regretting none of it, y'all. I'll be 53 years old this summer. Look at that fool. I'll be 53 years old this summer, so I ain't tripping. It is what it is. You know what I mean? My husband love me. Huh, babe? Yep. And he's letting his salt and pepper stuff go in here. He looking like a silver fox. I'm in the gym getting ready just in case I had to, you know, let somebody have it about my husband. You feel me? I love you. Your sister said she love you. That's cheesecake.
That's what I said.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Kayla, for another badge. Girl, you buying badges? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Each and every one of them is gonna be going to thank you. He said I look great for my age. Come on, 54. I'm right behind you, 53 in July. And I feel better than ever, you guys. I feel like I have finally found a rhythm that I can hold up. That I can keep up with, right? I feel like I finally am in a place where it's a lifestyle. Y'all been watching for a minute. I stay. What's up, Vicky? Oh my God, you guys. Flashback. That's Vicky Clark. I don't know if you guys have ever seen me rocking that brownstone jersey. We have baseball jerseys with like green sleeves. You're beautiful too, Vicky. It's so good to see you, baby. We had jerseys with green sleeves. And it said, if you love me, and then it had "say it, do it, show approved" on the back. I got the sweatshirt too. Thank God my cousin Michelle got a couple of them, because we had boxes on boxes, and I gave them to family, and she preserved them. You know, one of those people who just preserved, like she literally had it in plastic, like she took good care of it. So she gave me an extra one, because, you know, mine I cut up, ripped up, you know, flipped up. Got my Lisa Bonet on. But guys, I'm just coming on here to say, if you saw my previous post, Detroit Don 16, what up, though? What up, though? We will be back in Detroit actually March 11th. We are hosting a beauty, brains, and business summit, and I'm so proud of it. You guys, I'll be posting all of the details. In the meantime, you can go to fromthebottomupfoundation.org. This is our second foundation event for the beginning of the year. Y'all, I'm so excited about fromthebottomupfoundation.org. It's actually the title of our first Brownstone album. And, you know, when Maxie passed away, like I said, I was just really motivated to push that. And there's actually my friend, my girlfriend, Gail Perry Mason, shout out to Gail from Detroit, who's like a really amazing financial person and woman who has done a million things in our community, helps kids with like money camp and stuff like that. So many good things are happening in the city of Detroit with teaching our youth how to manage money. The whole mandate to graduate high school, the prerequisite where you have to learn financial literacy to graduate high school in Michigan and in Florida is brilliant. Now, that other thing that's going on in Florida, I can't even talk to y'all about that, because I really don't even know why or how that's even a possibility with African American studies. But that's a whole nother conversation. You know, they always out here doing sugar honey iced tea that we don't agree with. But yes, our foundation is holding, we're hosting a few really awesome, we're hosting a few really awesome events at the beginning of 2023. The first one is in February 28th, which is actually the anniversary of me discovering that my sister Maxie unfortunately passed away. So that's a really special day for me. She actually passed away on the 27th, which is because it was LA time, but when I found out it was the 28th. So that's the day I always remember. And I'm excited about having this conversation. It is Mental Health is Resistance, and it is in partnership with the National Organization for Women. Shout out to my soror, Christian Nunes, who is the president of the NOW organization. And Bold Power, BLD, PWR organization is also a partner. Shanti Daz, my good friend Shanti Daz from Silence the Shame, is also a partner. You guys, I've always been an advocate for wellness, mental, spiritual, financial, emotional wellness, right? And so much happens in our lives every day, and we just keep going, right? I'm guilty of it my damn self. I thank God that God gives me an ability to kind of like distract myself with doing other things when I'm going through something really tough. And it's questionable whether or not that's the thing to do or not. Some people are like, face it head on, deal with it. But I prefer to meditate and work out and pray. And obviously I definitely talk to people. You guys definitely need to talk to somebody professional who knows what they're talking about. In addition to having a good, solid friend circle. So we're going to be talking about mental health and wellness in the Black community. I had no idea that Black men are number one when it comes to the suicide statistics right now, which is crazy. I know at one point it was Black women, but the fact that it's Black people in general is crazy, and we're getting younger and younger. So I think it's important to have this dialogue, and I hope you guys support it. You guys can go to, again, hold on, let me put the link in here. Hold on. Putting the link in here, baby, so y'all have it. Matter of fact, I'm putting both of them in here. Hold on, bear with me. How's y'all's week going on this Woman Crush Wednesday? I don't know why you driving all crazy while I'm online. What is it? Really? Like, you're not driving a military tank. From the bottom. Foundation. Hold on, Okay, so please share. That's the reason I've been going live quite a bit, you guys, and more frequently now. You need to stop for him, his things. That's the reason I've been going live more frequently now, you guys, because unfortunately, Uncle Algorithm will allow you to talk about how much you like getting pissed on to reach the masses all day. But when you start talking about things that really empower our community and talk about ownership and wealth and wellness and mental wellness and all that other stuff, then, you know, the algorithm starts to act crazy. So I just want you guys to share. We really got to be more active in supporting each other in every way. Like I said about our brownstone music, you guys, please don't just stream it. Don't just push the like button or the heart button. Please actually download. It's 99 cents. It's $1. And I wish I could give everybody $1 to download it, but I can't because that's illegal. I can't do that. But I can afford to, but also it would be cheating. But if you really like the song, please log on to Apple Music, to Amazon Music, Somebody said, girl, let Hubby drive and stay focused. I know. Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify. Add it to your playlist and actually... no, you didn't give me the... Yeah, what she talking about? Here, your phone. Babe. Come here. Your phone. You don't want your phone? Just in case somebody try to kidnap you in this place? Sorry, guys. See, they're so busy amen cornering Rachel. But thank you guys. Please log on, download it, because it's the download that really counts and really matters. I'm going to go live and do a Nights with Nikki tonight, you guys, and get a little deep. Oh, thank you, Lioness. You got the Grown Folks music album. Rhythm and Blues is one of my favorites. Mama saved us because she sung a jazz song. I had a daddy who left. You guys got to pick that up. It is a tribute to my mom and her being a single mother and a musician and, you know, all that stuff. So rest in peace, Mom. Rest in peace, Dad. What up, Soror? I see you. Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Again, you guys, we have to say congratulations to our soror, Izzy. She was... Oh, Carlton said bring back Divas and Cocktails. I am on the streaming platform. I am. Izima. She is a Oscar-nominated composer. She actually did the score for an Oscar-nominated film. So you guys make sure you follow our soror. She is my line sister. She is an amazing violinist. I played the violin in 9th grade, 10th grade. That's how Kenya and I met. I think she played the cello and I played the violin. So we went to, Kenya and I went to school together for a couple years, high school, and let me call her from this, text her from this other phone and let her know that I'm live. Hopefully it is, hold on one second, guys. Can I mute this? I can. Hold on a minute. Okay, guys, can y'all hear me now? Good. Just need to make sure it wasn't important. So shout out, let me say, shout out to my sisters in song, my sorors, Erin and Lex, talk about it all the time. We just really have been grinding our butts off, like moving this ball down the court on this brownstone stuff, and I'm so excited about it because people are really responding to it, you guys. People are really responding to it. But in order for it to really move its way down the or up the charts and for it to really mean something, we need you guys to download it. We need you to download it. We need you to add it to your play. Thank you, Carlton. I'm so proud of us. I love, and it's just the perfect blend. Someone described our harmonies as exquisite. It was a UK outlet, and they said exquisite harmonies and strong lead vocals. And that's what's so important to me, baby. When you're in a group, it has to be harmonious. The blend has to be right and tight. And the blend is right and tight, and it's super harmonious. And, you know, I keep touching my face. I need to stop. So I'm going to break out. What else? I think that's it. I just want to encourage you guys to share. Because, like I said, Uncle Algie be tripping out. Oh, Uncle Alg. You need any new artists to open up for tour? I'm sure we do. Mr. Couture, I'm sure we do. What it do? Right, we want to hear more of that. You guys, I don't know if you know, but Carlton, you know him previously as a Bailey boy, but he actually sings. Them New Orleans folk got chops. That's all I'm going to say. It's like New Orleans, Detroit, Chicago, Philly. Shout out to Jaguar Wright too. She's out of she's you know, back home, thank God. I'm really rooting and cheering for her and her husband. Like I said, you know, it's a lot going on out here in these streets in terms of mental health and wellness. And, you know, I love you too, brother. You guys just pray for your artists and your creatives. Like, you know what's really interesting is that people, I said this before. Kelly actually said this. She came to my house for dinner once, and Kelly, it feels like I'm name dropping. I'm not, but I like to give people credit for the shit they said, right? And I do know a couple people. But Kelly came to my house, and we were talking about being an artist and being a creative, and like how you get out on stage and you really just give it all you got. Like you just literally, when you leave the stage, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you really don't have anything left. Baby, that's Sorrow Fantasia Taylor, honey. When I say that girl gives, that woman gives everything. Shout out to my Sorrow, my little sister Fantasia. I love you. I love you so much. But she gives, and just most singers and performers just get out there and they just really give it. We give it all we got. And then what happens is, it's right. What happens is when you're done giving it everything you got and it's time for you to kind of refuel, a lot of times you don't get that energy back because it's like on to the next show, it's on to the next event. It's not, and as you get older, you really need some time in between those big moments because it is physically, mentally, emotionally exerting, but it's exhilarating at the same time because it gives you, oh, thank you, honey. This is perfect. Except this is the one with sugar.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's okay. But it's the thought that counts. I'll drink it when I'm done with keto. Yeah, but I think it's, you gotta stop there. Keto, I'm tripping.
Sorry.
When you perform it on stage and you giving it all you got, a lot of times you don't have the opportunity to refuel. So when you guys show us love and you download our music and you connect with us in social media and just reminding us that what we do is important and what we do matters to y'all, it really helps. So when you hear me get on my lives and talk and advocate for artists and our mental wellness, it's because we need it. It's because, you know, creatives are special people in that it takes us going to a special place, a different place, to give you our business or our not give you, but to share our gifts with you. It requires a certain level of deep internal, pulling for something deeply internal, right? And emotional for us, right? I'm trying to explain it the best way I can. So, without rambling and being long-winded, consider that every time you see a bad headline about an artist, every time you hear about somebody going through something mentally, every time you hear about people having money problems or divorces or relationship problems, just be, you know, as delicate and gracious as you can because we're human too, you know? And that's why I posted the clip from the from the Cardi B conversation that she had with Jason Lee, which was really a good, I didn't hear the whole thing. Someone actually sent me the clip and was like, you need to listen to this. And as I was listening to it, I was thinking to myself, wow, you know, I can relate to, although I've never felt like I was going, like losing it. I felt very angry throughout this process. since 2020. I've had to figure out a way to deal with a lot of the anger and the frustration that I feel, because it is so difficult, as I've said a gazillion times. But you got to be careful, because what you don't want people to believe is just because you say some shit is difficult. Thank you, 90s Mood, for the badge. I love you. When we going to do our 90s Mood interview? When we going to do we need to do one with you and Drez and Rez. What's going on? But just being transparent, which I think is important for us to do at this point, especially when a lot of people are suffering from lack of mental wellness, right? It's difficult, as I've stated. And you want to be able to share the realities of what you're going through, because you don't want people to think that this sugar honey iced tea is easy or simple. It is not. It's very difficult. But you also don't want people to think that you're going to quit. Like somebody posted under my comment, they trying to bleed you dry. Oh, well, and if I'm filled with air, I'm still going to fight that air. Because at the end of the day, you have to continue amplifying the message at all costs that we have got to start being more fair and equitable with content creators. Y'all listen, if people like Cardi and Nicki and Meg, look at me name dropping and put myself in a circle again, right? I'm definitely not a quitter. But I'm saying this because when you think about women who have been through litigation in particular, which is a very, very challenging process. If you ain't been through a litigation, then if you ain't been to the ghetto, don't even come to the ghetto, because you wouldn't understand the ghetto, and litigations can be ghetto, baby. What you say, baby? You gotta be. I am built for it. And thank God I got the love of my life and my soulmate and my spirit. Okay. Monique, Nene, Nikki, Meg, Cardi. One thing that we all have in common is while we were going through a major trial, our people, our community, the ones that we love and the ones we support and the ones we represent, throw us under the bus and don't have our back the way they're supposed to. And I'm just telling y'all, that part right there has to stop, because it's always a situation where later in the game, look at Dolores Tucker. We're looking back at Dolores Tucker and we like, she was right all along. She was trying to tell us all along that if we didn't change this sugar honey iced tea up, that it was going to catch fire and everybody in the community was going to start burning, or at the very least getting hot and heating up. And we didn't listen to her. We didn't pay attention to her. Right here, baby. You know, I love Pac, but baby, that wonder why they call you. Wonder why they call you that. Okay, I shouldn't even be dancing to that. But they always call you a bitch. And they always say you lying, and they always say you clout chasing, and they all, just like Cardi said, and then you go to court and you prove all of their asses wrong, and people come back with their tail between their legs talking about they always knew you could do it, they always had your back, they always was your friend, they always was supporting you.
Wait for them.
And I understand, like I've said a gazillion times, baby, not everybody can be public in their support, but baby, call me privately, like many of my friends have done, and say, listen, you know, I got to keep this ball rolling over here, and I can't, because it's not easy when you know, this fight I'm in is really unprecedented, you guys. Like, I literally am fighting several multi-million-dollar corporations for my intellectual property rights. And not just for my intellectual property rights, but so that people understand that you just cannot continue to rob us. If that's what they did, if that's what the court determined. See, that's the other thing. You got to be real careful about the language. Let me backtrack. I didn't say nobody robbed nobody. But in the industry, we know it is rampant. In the industry, here we go. Pause. You guys, they start really getting funny, so I have to choose my words carefully. That's the other thing. It's so unfair. It's so unfair. Like, do y'all know how bad I would like for, well, never mind, I'm not gonna say that, because then you say certain things and baby, like, I don't want my lawyers having to deal with this litigation and them claiming that I've somehow, what is it, they use the word defamation and stuff like that. So I don't, I have to be careful about that and respect everyone involved. You understand? My husband's like, right, it sucks. Like, people encourage you to tell the truth and express what you're really going through and be honest and real about it. But, it costs you. A lot of times it does. Shit, it's a lot of people you can ask about that. But the real ones are the ones that really just be like, whatever, I'll just pay the piper. Because you're going to get this here truth. That's it. So, yeah, just be easy with your people. I thank God that I do have a solid friend group and amazing husband and amazing family members and great lawyers. But it ain't easy. It ain't easy. Ask somebody what it's like when you're in a battle for 3 years or since 2020 as an independent filmmaker and writer and producer. And that's why I said, which is what I got on here to talk about, but then of course I got distracted and started talking about a bunch of other shit. Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I am I'm finally going to launch my streaming platform, our streaming platform, because that's exactly what it is. It is WIRF, WIRF, Women in Reality Film, TV, Music, and Media. WIRF Media, we are going to share content that entertains us, that's good, that's funny, that's light, but also content that inspires us, uplifts us, and gets us out of this hole that we're in. Because right now, everything I'm seeing in social media, listen, if I see another clip of black women beating each other up, fighting in the street, going AWOL, Jesus, it's time for it to stop, you guys. It's really time for something different. Don't y'all miss like great movies and great stories? And don't you want to hear about how magnificent we were as black women? Don't y'all want to hear about, women who were instrumental in like staging economic boycotts and really helping our communities to thrive? Don't you want to hear about they just wrote slave movies, right? You guys, we're tired of the slave movies. We're tired of the ratchet shit. We're tired of the drink, party, get wasted. Like, we want to see movies that really exemplify greatness, that really show people, and great music, you guys. Like, we got so many legacy artists. Like, don't y'all want to know what's going on with Mickey Howard and Roberta Flack and Valerie Simpson and Diana Ross and Shaka Khan? Like, don't y'all want to know our greats that are still here, that we can learn from, that we can hear from? Don't y'all want to know what's going on in their lives? Don't you want to hear what they're working on now? Don't you want to hear from your greatest 90s R&B artists outside of just the drama and the groups breaking up and the struggle and the, they got robbed from the record companies and all that shit? Don't you want to hear what made them great? Don't you want to hear stories of how they got together? And, I know y'all do, because y'all be on my live listening to me tell my stories of Brownstone anyway. But that is what WIRF Media will be about. It will be about magnifying and amplifying voices of black people that are excellent, that are great, right? And yeah, we're gonna have some comedy, and we're gonna have some scripted, and we're gonna have some shorts. I'm really excited. We have like 5 short films that we're gonna put and upload, and each of the short films has a different theme, right? It's time for us to have some ownership. And the best part about this WIRF TV app, right? You guys are going to be able to download the app, watch all this great content. We're going to bring you backstage for some of our live performances. We're going to be live interviews. I got so much content, you guys. So much content. And so, y'all want to know how R&B Divas started? Everybody's always talking about R&B Divas. It didn't start at TV1. R&B Divas started in Detroit, honey. R&B Divas started in Detroit with Soul Kittens Cabaret, the very show that I am in litigation with P-Valley Stars and Lionsgate over, in 2006. Don't y'all want to see that footage of Tatiana Ali and Selena and Trinice and Monifa and Angie Stone, and like I said, even Kenya was in Soul Kittens at one point, or was supposed to, but we ended up having to cancel the show because new creator struggles. And I've got some diaries that I've been doing, which have also been helping me kind of navigate this P-Valley thing, where I've been super transparent. Some of it is going to be hard to watch. I haven't released it because I had assumed that we would be well into trial at this point, but because we're not, that's part of the reason also that I didn't really push the button on the streaming platform, because I thought the trial would be going by now. And I'm not rushing the process, because during the wait, so many great things have happened, so many wonderful things have happened. I'm not complaining. But it's a lot of good stuff that's happened in the interim while we've been waiting. It's been hard. And yeah, you know, somebody, they're gonna bleed you dry. Baby, it ain't easy. Baby, it ain't easy. But I will lose everything. I guess he said, no, we won't do that. But we will start from the beginning, from the bottom up. Name of our foundation, no pun intended, to gain everything. And I mean what I said. When I win, because I'm going to win. It's going to be a journey, so I need y'all to pray with me. I need y'all to stand with me. I need y'all to repost WIRFmedia.com. I need you guys to go and look at those comparison videos. I need you guys to hashtag fight for WIRF. I need you guys to tell a friend to tell a friend. I need you guys to what? And I need y'all to ask Katori what she think about the whole thing, because she ain't said nothing in 3 since it's popping up. Y'all, these people, I'm gonna have to get off this live so I can say this live and post this live so y'all can see this live, because you know, that's the one thing you got to be conscious of. Folks will start messing with your stuff, which is why I'm always going live. Okay. All right, that's it. WIRF, WIRFmedia.com. I am very hopeful that the app will be ready for March for some of these big events that we have going on. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Go to WIRFmedia.com, watch the comparison videos, and go to FromTheBottomUpFoundation.org. FromTheBottomUpFoundation.org. Because we got some amazing things happening in the space of mental health, wellness, socioeconomic issues, all of that.